Alright everybody, welcome back. Sorry there's been a bit of a delay in these videos, guys. Life and work has been sucking, and we just been trying to get by as best we can. But we're back at it again. We're continuing on with this Crossroads RP rebuild, guys. We're just trying to get it done, get it up and running so you guys can jump in and have a look. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and before the video's over, please go ahead and drop me some comments down below. If you guys do need any assistance, we do try to help everybody out as much as we can. All you have to do is jump into my Discord over there at Reckless Development, and make sure when you get in there, guys, you create a ticket. That's the best way to get assistance. I don't see my comments as quickly as I want to. I physically have to most of the time go over there and look. I try to do it a couple, 3, 4 times a day when I have a moment. But like I said, I don't always see it. But if you are in my Discord, you do create that ticket, I will do my best to try and help you out as much as I can. All we do is ask is that you do go ahead and do exactly what I just said a moment ago. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you're liking the videos and leaving some comments. Those are what's helping me grow the channel. Be able to work with more of these different developers. Now, we are getting some new developers kind of message us a little bit, and we're glad that you guys have helped us do that, because some of these scripts I already have. Some of them I just, you never know what they're going to come out with new stuff, but we're always looking for new developers and new partners to work with in order to keep the content flowing. So, because after this is over, I've got a new kind of an idea we're going to be working with, but we're going to hold that out to the end, guys. It's just a bit of a work in progress. But what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to continue moving forward. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'll try my best to assist you with that. All we're trying to do over here is grow the channel so we can help more people. In order for us to do that, we need those like and those comments to get the algorithm going. And then, as always, we also need that subscription so we can grow the channel, because more subscribers means more people will work with us. More people will give us their scripts to kind of. I don't really want people's stuff for free, but what I would like to have is their stuff to test. So that's what I go to a lot of these developers for. I'm like, hey, once I get to these levels, if you let us just test your script, let us show people how to install it. I don't, I've got a lot of the stuff that I need for my build, unless it's something I'm looking for to add on, like I did with JG. Most of the stuff I would rather just put it in my test server, test it out, let you guys know how it works, and then if they want to, resend that script later on, because everybody's got to make their money, that's fine too. That's a lot of the deals that I make with some of these people is give it to me for a certain amount of time, and then it just gets canceled out, and no harm, no foul. And to be honest, my keymaster would probably thank them for it, as it already has enough stuff on there. But again, we're going to keep moving forward, and I want to thank everybody that has done all that already. The ones of you that have subscribed, the ones I've seen jump into the Discord. And again, if you need help, let me know. If there's any of these scripts that you're seeing here, guys, we do have our beta server is up and running. I've got what we've already installed, plus there's a whole list of stuff here that's already active on my current beta server for Crossroads RP. So you'll see this logo on 5M. That's the one we're using. It's, like I said, that is our main server and our beta server. It's being tested as much as I can get tested at the moment, so we're always welcoming new people. Get in there. If you find something that looks weird, if you find an exploit, let me know. We'll take care of you on the back end for that, and then I'll button that hole up as best we can. But again, we're going to keep moving forward. Now, I have kind of separated some items out. I separated all the AK stuff out because that's quite a lot of stuff. I haven't fully decided what I want to integrate yet. Some stuff I may be taking out, some stuff I may be alternating and using it in different ways. But the thing of it is, like I said, we're going to save that one for probably one of the mid to last script packs we install. Mainly because there's so much of it, and because I've got a few more things that I'm tinkering with on the beta server with that. So I think today where we'll start is the casino. Now, the thing of it is, we need to get a map. So I've got to look really quick on my main server. I forget the name of the map that I'm using. Let's see, where is it at? So you guys will know. The one that I use has the wheels, the circle, all that stuff. Let's see, which one am I using currently? Where are you at? Let's see, probably here. I'm using. I was thinking it's Uncle Jay's. Yep. Yeah, it's UJ Casino. So that's the one I'm using currently. I do have my own copy of it already. Let me go down here and get it. Let's see, where's my maps? Let's see. We'll just do this. Casino. You know. Uncle Jess. There it is. So I'm just gonna, what I'm gonna do is, you suck. Where'd you go? I'm just gonna copy this out because I've got so many maps, guys. All right, we're gonna copy that out, and then I'm just gonna go back to my rebuild, and I'm just going to paste it in here. There it is. All right, now I've already got the server open over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this map folder going because you guys are going to want to see what it looks like once we get it in. So, again, bracketed, and I always capitalize my stuff. You guys can do yours the way you want. It just makes it easier for me to see, mainly because when I go to look, it's, I can tell what I've added. All right, then what I'm going to do, since I don't show you guys everything, is I'm going to go to my CFG editor really quick. Let's see here. Let me swatch you guys over. And all I'm going to do, these are our insured items so far, scripts, and then we're going to do insure, and then a bracket, MAPS, bracket, and I'll just save that. Okay, now that's got our map pack insured, so we don't have to insure every freaking map like some people try to tell you to do. Don't do that. If you guys have any issues with scripts and you don't know how to make them to where you don't have to do them one at a time on your CFG, let me know, and I will kind of give you the 5-second rundown on that. But most guys, if you watch me enough, you'll understand. All right, so this is the casino we're going to add in. I'm just going to drop it here for now. I will eventually go in and kind of get more organized with them. The only reason I'm adding this map is because it's a map that I need for you guys to be able to see it. If I was just coding everything in, and like I said, this is just going to be a build. The casino is something I don't really mess with because it always just seems to work. So, but you guys will want to see that it's actually in there, and this will allow us to do that. And that is going to be slow as crap. Okay, while it's doing that, we're going to go ahead and just unpack this. Actually, I need to move it first. Move this into here. And let's see what we got in here. These are the ones from JG, so we're going to drag this in here. And this in here. And this in here. Mainly because I'm keeping everything for the moment until I get done. Okay, so where are we at? We're about 9 minutes in, so we're still press this. There's the casino. All right. So depending on what map you use, it's going to depend on the way you set this thing up. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to go to the README. Let me get it up. Just a second. It's this one. Is that the errors? That's the syntax errors. Okay, where are you at? RCore Casino. This is the casino. Let's see. We're going to go down. I don't think there's anything we really need to do here. Yeah, I think most of this is probably pretty simple. Biggest thing you have to do is the food, and I think that's the biggest thing. Let's see. Here we go. So you have to set up, and it's all pretty standard on their stuff. It's pretty simple to do. Biggest thing is making sure you have the right parts in. So, and here's all of those. So that's what you really need. So when you go in to do this, it's going to bring you to, this is the README. You'll want to go to this, and it's going to bring you to the beta, which is syntax error issue that they have. So you'll just have to go and click on whatever framework you're using. So that's pretty much it. And they do have a lot of like options for it. Like you can have a job and someone can run it and all that good stuff. That's why everyone likes this one. It's a pretty good script in my personal opinion. It does have an issue with some people has problem that the inside track doesn't work. If it doesn't do that, this is how you fix that. This is the ambient sound issue. I've never had a problem with that either. And then the job and things like that, which we will do. So let's go ahead and we're going to jump back over to here. And first thing we're going to do is let's just get this out of the way. And of course, guys, you know I'm not going to be using Heidi SQL, but at the moment I have not much of an option because that's what they're using on this panel server that I'm using. I don't really like it. And it wants me to update it, but I don't really care at the moment. Wait till it loads and I'll pull it down. Let's put it over here. Okay. Alright, so this is the Heidi SQL. I don't like it. I prefer PHP MyAdmin, but that's their thing on these panels, so that's what we're just going to run with for this one. So we're just going to open, and then we're going to go to this folder. So we're going to find my rebuild folder, and we're going to go into working. We're going to go to the casino, and this is our SQL. We're just going to open that up. On. And Heidi's going to bring you to this page, and this is your database, but this is your SQL you're trying to run. So all you got to do is hit the play button. That's it for that. So I'm just going to minimize this and kind of slip it over here out of my way. Let's see, just a second. All right, now let me go back over here for the moment. So what you've got is just extra stuff. So this is for different casinos. So K4 and B1, you got inventory icons, you get the Gabs Casino, no pixel, all that kind of stuff. Then you have, these are the main three that either have to go in or not. For the current setup that I'm using for this one, I don't know which one you guys are going to use. Like I said, it's a little different for each one. Let's see, how I gotta set this up is, okay. Back just a second. I'm trying to save myself a bunch of work. I love it when I can't find what I'm looking for. Should be right there. I'm trying to find my build, my current build. I don't know where I stuck it at. So you should always be a little bit more organized than me. Just a second. I think. Would I? Put it there. Oh, it's up there. Duh. Let's see. So, okay. All right. Now, when you're running the one that I'm running, you have to take the interior out. But what we're going to do is first thing we're going to do is just to get the config out of the way. Okay. So with this one, you just have to decide what casino you're using. So all you have to do is just read which one you have. So I've got this one here. So you just got to change the number to 1. Now if you have Gabs, no pixel, the K4 and B1, the original, then you have to leave the casino interior part in. Underground casino, it's got different versions. I've got this one somewhere, so if you guys want a different one, let me know. I've got different ones. I know I've got this one. I think I've got that one. So everybody's got that one. And I know I've got that one, but I used to run the K4 and B1 one, but it just runs hard. Let's see. So you can turn on and off the Christmas trees. You can use Target or not. You can use virtual trips. That's what I do. That way you don't have to have the item, and it just makes it where they don't have to keep up with so much crap. It just saves it to the database. No big deal. It's got auto choose for the inventory. I've never had to change it. If you have a problem and it's not loading correctly, you can hard code it, but I've never had a problem. Let's see. If you have a money item, so if you actually have, cash in your pocket kind of a thing. You can put that item here. I don't have it. I don't like that. It just becomes more crap you have to keep up with. Let's see. You can make it to where they don't use casino chips, so it's cash only. That's always an option too. Inventory item, cash or bank. I make them carry cash. Let's see. You can make them behave. So no jumping, no attacks, no fighting, no shooting, no nothing. Just that. You can let them have food. I mean, it's just a lot of little things you can adjust. Slots, same thing. It's all first person, so you sit down in the chairs and everything. Lucky wheel, blackjack, poker. It's all pretty explained. There's not a lot you really have to do in here. So it's going to pick up this. Let's see, society. So this is where if you want to do a job. Now here's the thing about the jobs. You have to have the money. That's just how it is. You have to have the money in the bank. So if someone wins and the money's not there, you're going to have a problem. So whoever who does it, they got to have a bankroll. Because if you get 20 people running in there and they all win $100,000, between them, you ain't got 100 grand in the bank, you're going to lose it. So you're going to get messages, hey, I went in there and I'm not getting my money. So just remember that. Okay. Now you can choose your notification system. He's actually upgraded it. So I think on this one I'm going to change it. Why not? I own it. Might as well use it. Okay. Here's your boss information. You can do the teleport. It's up to you. Doesn't matter. All the UI stuff you can change. Most of this stuff he explains it so well that you don't have a lot of a problem with it. Okay. I think that's basically all I ever really changed on it in the beginning. You can change the hours. That's pretty much it. Now, if you do decide to let someone own it and they put a car in there, like what I do is when no one owns it, if they win the car, they bring me the car and I give them a car, an actual car they would want, or a nicer car. We usually keep one on standby that they can use. But if someone owns it, all they got to do is be on the job, pull a car up to the garage, and it'll give them the option of putting it on the wheel. Alright, so there's that coded. We can close that part out, get rid of that. This is what we have to do next. So I'm going to import the job, and then I'm going to go in here, and it's got the items, and then I'm going to come back and do this part. And we don't have to do this anymore. None of this stuff is in there. We can check again, but it's never there. This part is gone. They removed it. But so let's get after it. Where was I at? Okay, here we're going to start with the job. So I'm going to copy the job. Go back. I'm going to go to core, shared, jobs. And guys, this is why on a panel server, this is why I'm using WinSCP, is it allows me to edit directly to the panel. Alright, so this is, I'm just going to throw it down here at the bottom. Just like that. Casino. Wham, bam, that's over and done. I'll save that. Now I'm going to edit this at some point because I'm going to add all my jobs in one long shot that I've already got set up. But that just shows you guys how to do it. Okay, if you're new, there you go. Did I even show what I was doing? I didn't. Crap. Okay, so you're going to go to jobs, open, and I did show. Oh yeah, because it went over there. Having that screen up mess with me. Okay, usually I'm running this differently. Okay, so now we got the job. Now we got to do the items. So this is your items. Make sure you're on the right inventory. You got Ox and ESX. So we're going to go back up. We're going to grab QB inventory, copy. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and open the items list, which I already have. So I've already copied everything. So what we'll do is I'll show you. I'll do casino. Let's see. There we are. casino beer, burger, chips, coffee. So these are the items you have to copy in. Okay. All right. So we're gonna close that. All right. Now, done that. Right. So all of that. Now we're gonna go back here. Now what it wants you to normally do. Where am I at? Okay. We did this part is what we need to do next. So what I'm gonna do is go back, and you're gonna go to small resources, config. Okay, and then you're gonna scroll down, and you're gonna see the eat, drink, all this stuff in there, right? Okay, now this one, right? Yeah. Okay. You're gonna grab this, and this is food, so we're gonna copy this one. We're gonna go to the eat, right? Make sure you put in a comma, enter, and drop that in, okay? And then, of course, not that. Copy it over. Oh, crap. Look at me messing up like crazy. Okay, that's your casino stuff. Now we're going to go back over here. And we're going to get the drinks. Same thing. Now, add your comma. Not, you'll get a syntax error. And then you're going to hit enter. And you're going to hit Control and V. And drop it right in. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And guys, you don't have to do that. You can leave it over here. In case you didn't know, it's not going to hurt anything. It just is what it is. But it's not going to hurt it. Alright, so there's that. Okay, now we don't have to edit the shops anymore because that stuff's no longer in there. And that's basically doing it really right there. So what you're going to do is go back over here. And all this stuff is already done. So all I'm going to do is grab this and this and throw it in. That's it. So I'm going to go back, script, then I'm going to go right here and create a directory for jobs. I'm going to need it, right? Okay, and then we're going to go in here, and I'm going to make another one because these are together. Directory. We're going to call it casino. Okay, open that up. Get these two and just drop them right there. Give it its time to make its little copy. Shouldn't take that long. It's just a script. This video is going a heck of a bit longer than what I wanted to do, but we're okay. We're going to get through it. Like I said, the interior is mostly if you run the QB original 5M GTA casino. It adds in the slot machines and all that stuff. Alright. Now, there's that. Now, another thing you can do, if you have the casino in, you can add in different casinos. So you can actually add on the slot machines at a different location that someone has got a slot machine in there. So that is an option too. But that's in. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, let me get my big TX admin going for this particular server. Hold on just a second. Now, only thing we're going to see a big of an error on this one right now is right here. And that's because that script is not added, but I had to add it to the script as we went through, or I would forget. That's why we're getting this script error right here too. But what we're going to do is just reboot it. Now we're looking for any errors on the casino. Syntax errors, because everybody does screw up. I may get an error on OK, because I remember now that I put that on there, but OK is not installed yet. Okay, it's going to do that. Now what I'm going to do, could not check, oh, something's up with that. What I'm going to do really quick is jump back over here, since I did code this to work with, excuse me, OK, notify, or whatever it was. notifications. We're going to turn that off because I don't have it in just yet. I didn't even think about that, but normally I code everything in such a short, quick span that it doesn't matter. What we'll do is we'll just do, I think it was 1 to start with. Let's leave it there for now. Or you can do QB notify. That's fine. We'll just leave that for now. That way I don't have any problems. And we can test it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reboot one more time. Anytime you put something in, it creates a database. Make sure you reboot it a second time as well. See, that all that stuff is done. Let's see. There's the casino information. So it's RCore, QB, MySQL, and the map. There we go. Because the Uncle Just uses the DLC IP loader. So there's that. Now, go back over here. And I'm going to minimize this. And let's see if it's loading up. And again, guys, if you haven't already done so, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, smash the like button. And if you're enjoying the content or finding any kind of help out of it, or you guys need help, make sure you are going ahead and leaving us some comments down below before you drop over to my Discord and ask for help using a ticket over there. Make sure you're doing that. If you don't, if it's just something random, you're asking a question, that's fine. But if you guys do need any kind of assistance, please create a ticket. That allows me to get to you faster, because I don't want you guys to sit there forever waiting on someone to assist you. Okay, everybody's time is valuable and is just as well as mine as it is yours. I would rather you be able to get the help you need as opposed to sitting there waiting on a response that might take 12 hours, 6 hours. We just never know. You might get lucky and it'd be 5 minutes later. It just depends, because I don't get any kind of I'm on the wrong one. Crap. The wrong one. God, should have told me that. I'd rather you guys get your help as quickly as you can, though. So just let me know. But if you guys do come over, that's all I ask, is that you guys have already done. Subscribed, left us some likes on the videos, as many as you want. Like all, turn them on, like them, and go. I don't care. Try to watch them, because it does help with watching them, because it does show up when you go in, and if you watch 20 seconds of it, it shows 20 seconds. I can see it right there, but I can't see it because of this crap. No. It shows exactly. If you guys have never seen the makeup with the way YouTube works, it shows me how much you watch. It shows if you watch, the more people only watch certain parts. It shows if you watch all the way through, the whole 9 yards. And my biggest thing isn't, I'm not trying to monetize the server. My thing is, I'm trying to get the server to where I can work with more developers and grow the channel, because the more likes and comments we get, the more the algorithm works for us. And the more subscribers I get, the more developers and creators work with us, and places like Helix, places that we're trying to go, will work with us. So that's the big thing. All right, so we're in. Let's drop down on the ground. Okay. Now, since it is a new map, I'm not going to jump right on top of it. I want to get close. What I'm going to do is, this is the casino. So I'm just going to drop myself right here. It's not going to really change the outside. You can kind of see it flicker. And it will mess with you. Now, the way this casino is set up, the top is still there. So the penthouse, the roof, and all that is still there. So if you want to use it, you'd have to just get you a elevator script. And if you need one of those, let me know. I know of a few that's free. I've got one that I use that works really great. All you gotta do is put an elevator in to the top. And again, if you want to load a car into the wheel, just come over here. You bring it to this spot right here, right near this garage door, and it will pop up, but you have to be on the job. I'll walk to that. You guys have a problem where when your kid walks by, they steal your sodas or whatever? Alright. So the way this is set up, you should kind of flip in. Yep, there it goes. Helps with loading. See, you can still see out, but it just helps with all the loading. And you guys can hear the background. I'll turn it up a little bit. You can hear all the background noise going on. You can't jump, like I'm hitting the button. You can't jump. You can't punch. You can run. That's about it. So you come down. I mean, but this is, again, this is the Uncle Just. I think some of the doors work down here. I can't remember which ones all work. You'll have to go around and just check. I can't remember. You know, got all the little parts working though. Here's your car, and again, I don't put a custom car on here, because if you do, it can cause people to load weird. Like if you put a custom car on here, they're going to have to load that car over and over again while it's spinning, which is a pain in the ass. What I say is leave a car on here, and then when they win it, maybe have it on Discord or something that's the car they get, and they just have to come exchange it. Or if someone owns it, they can have the car and just give it to them instead. You can come up to the bar, and all this stuff works. You can order drinks. You can even put a shop in here, 1 and 2, to be able to buy, you know, luxury items or whatever. It's always an option too. You know, you go to the casino, they sell a lot of stuff. Like I said, you can get food, drinks, the whole 9 yards from here, and it does work. You can walk up to the wheel, and it should allow you to spin it. It's always E, guys. It doesn't show E. You can go in and edit that, the text, but it's E. It's gonna pop up. See, there it is. Then when it does that, you just hit E. Just push E again.
And another contender is trying their luck on the lucky wheel.
And he's gonna do his little dance when he wins. Oh, he got some money out of it. Woohoo. There you go. Alright, now, if you need chips to be able to play, you go over here to the cashier. Window. She's gonna say hi. Hey, how you doing? Get you some chips by doing that. Bam. Sure, sure. Give me $60 worth of chips. There we go. Then you have to go back out. Push backspace to get out. And then, like I said, you can go up to any of the machines and they'll pop you in. So, like this one. So you need at least 500 chips. I didn't get that many, but you know. You can hit that. You can hit E again to play. He's gonna set his little monkey butt down. Okay, see? And then on the bottom screen, it's gonna tell you what to do. So bet 1. And then you gotta hit enter, and it'll spin. Okay, and then you do backspace to get up. That's how that works. And then you can go to the track. There is an inside track. You can do the dog track. You kind of sit down. They have a race that's on a timer. See, they got 5 minutes on the big game, and then you can sit down, and it's got a quick 1, 2. Like, sit down here. Sit down. Then the screen's going to come up. Then you hit enter to open console. So you can either do that, which is in 5 minutes, or you could just do this one. And you got 20 to 1 ones, and you got quick ones. So let's just do this. We're going to do that. And let's see. Okay. Why is it not letting me bet? Don't I not have any? Did I spend all my money? Oh, my balance is 10 or 50. Let's do that. want me to do that either.
What would you like?
Look at that. Probably don't have enough.
Post time in 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's what it is. I don't have enough.
Select a horse and place
I don't have enough coins, but that's how it works. I didn't get enough. It's okay. Spend all my shit on the other one. And then you go out of here. Dude, knock. There's always a guy right there. Pass the hell out. Go in here. So you can play roulette. There's 3-card poker. And there is blackjack over here. That's poker. That's poker. Another roulette table. The blue ones are blackjack. Then you've got restroom thing back there. There should be an office, I believe. These are high limit rooms. You have to pay to get access to the high limit rooms. And then this dude's gonna be in your way. And you've got only, oh, okay. Threw me the hell out. But that's how that works. But that's getting it in. And then to get back out. Now there are other ways to get around this MLO. I'm not going to go through the MLO. There's actually a way to get to a set of stairs and an elevator. I think it's this way. Not that one. Over there we go. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not really that difficult to get in. It's not difficult to make it work. It's just if you use these, you have to, like I said, you have to walk slow. You can't do a whole lot. You can run, but it slows you down quicker than if you're outside. And to get back out of this MLO, you have to run up these stairs. And you can make it blip you out, but I've got it just set up to where you can walk back out.
Really? We got a problem?
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much getting in RCore Casino. Again, guys, if you have any questions, make sure you send me a ticket in my Discord. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, leave us some comments down below, and we will see you guys on the next video. And thanks, guys, for hanging out with me.